Right, good evening everyone and welcome to Division 2. And we are in Hungary, one of those difficult tracks to actually nail on the new game. But welcome, we've got, I think it's about 13 drivers. We're expecting 2 more drivers to join us in Q2 or Q3. And that's all thanks to load shedding. But for those of you who don't have load shedding and is watching the stream, welcome to Hungary. Welcome to... there's only about 7 races to go after this one, so season coming slowly to an end. With the 2 Red Bulls and obviously the 1 Alpha Tauri up for running. You can see a nice slipstream there between Arnu and Nick. So Arnu getting a nice slipstream there from Nick. So they are out in the mediums already. So it looks like they will do the soft run in Q2 and Q3. Right, so first, it looks like the first shot's being fired there by Stoffel. The 117.6 on the softs. Ron 117.8, Jock Slater, one of our new drivers. Welcome to Jock, he is my teammate in CDR, in the Alpha Tauri, and he's joining us tonight in Division 2. A last minute call by him to actually join us, but welcome Jock. It's nice to have you with us. He's currently in third with a 118.0. Then we've got Teacher with a 118.1. He's retired, so obviously everyone will go through to the next session, barring that you don't end up in the barriers. We've got Nick Gishin in 6th, 7th, Chaplin, Arno in 8th, and then Top Dog, Saltspice, Shakes, and Clay still needs to set times as Clay ducks out of the pits there. But it is a championship battle fight, and that's probably going to go all the way to the last race of the season. I just want to pull up the calendar here just to share with you what's coming up in the next couple of weeks here in FTR. And while I do that, just remember that Premier Division has also got their Hungary race tomorrow evening. And so it is Hungary this week. Then Australia, we're off to Australia next week for both divisions. Then we've got Singapore, France, Mexico, Portugal, Imola, and then it will be Silverstone, unless the new track gets added. At the moment, Stoffel's still sitting pretty with a 117.6. I see everyone has put a lap time in, which is currently Shakes goes second with a 117.8. Let's have a look at Clay here. He's been coming in leaps and bounds. He's been getting some really good solid results in Division 2, so finding his feet here in FTR. He is in the Alfa Romeo. He still needs to set a lap time up, so he's on an out lap at the moment. So Belgium finished last week, Hungary this week, and then we are off to Australia next week. Only 18 races in the calendar this season. And then we take our Christmas break. We're back early in January for Season 5. And some more communication around that will happen probably just after France, around how we're going to do Season 5 here at FTR. But everything looks good from our side in terms of managing it and getting all our ducks in a row. So we're still waiting for Top Dog to put a lap time up, and also Soulsmeister. Clay, like I said, is currently out on track, and we're going to follow him around and have a look at... he's in the Alfa Romeo. His teammate absent this evening, so we'll see what Clay can get up to. So don't worry too much about the left-hand side numbers. Codemaster's got that wrong. Only 13 drivers in the session, so everyone will go through. Hopefully we will get 2 drivers a little bit later when load shedding is finished. Obviously load shedding hitting South Africa. And then, if not, in the next session, Q2, that's where the guys will put their fastest lap up, and whatever tyre they use, or tyre compound they use to do that, that's the compound that they will start the race on. Definitely a 2-stopper this evening. I'm not sure if anyone's going to be brave enough to do the hards, but it does look sunny skies, so it doesn't look like there's going to be any rain around, and everything looks good from our side. So Clay coming around the last corner here at the Hungaroring. Let's see what he puts up. Just don't invalidate it. Just get a lap up. It's all good to take you through. There we go. That's good enough for 5th. Well done. 118.1. Very good lap there by Clay. Top Dog currently out on track. He is on an out lap. Salzmeister hasn't put a lap up yet, but we'll stick with the top dog in the Aston Martin as he goes around, and we'll see if he can get a lap together. Right, so let's get on board here with the Aston Martin driver, top dog, here in Hungary, as he opens up DRS on a start-finish straight. Yeah, you want to stay as far left as possible, going into turn 1, hard braking zone. Pick your spot, make the brake work, try to hit the apex on the inside, rotate the car nicely, get the DRS wide open, slowly on the throttle or else the rear will step out. Then a very difficult turn 3 downhill, very difficult to miss your braking point there, but this looks all good. Hits the apex on the inside, which is really just the king these days. And then the uphill one, which is the biggest problem I think for everyone. 1 gear down for him, 6 gear, that looks very good by a top dog, so that's a purple middle first sector for him. Stay, don't try to invalidate your lap, don't run too wide. S's here, second, third for him, fourth through here probably, yeah, short shift to fourth. You just want to hang the car out here, let the mechanical aerodynamics do everything for you. Don't invalidate your lap by running too wide, but he's not doing anything remotely to that. Stay away from this inside curve because it might just unstable the car, get it unbalanced and pop you out. And then once again a hard braking zone here, get into third, fourth, and then a slight uphill left off camber corner, which feels like it's going on forever, and you really want to stay away from the concrete on the inside. Because that will just make you lose traction as he hugs the inside, goes through, DRS wide open, and this is probably going to be enough for provisional pole. 1:16.3 by Marcel. Good lap there by Top Dog. Right, so that looks all good. The only person who has not set a time yet is Salzmeister. I'm not sure if he is going to set a lap up. Everyone seems to be in the pits and retiring. We're just waiting for Jock Slater to retire. And hopefully Salzmeister will go out soon to get a lap up. There we go. Jock is retired from the session, so everyone will go through to the session into the next round, which will be Q2. And that's all about what tire you want to start the race on. Right, and Salzmeister has decided to grace us with his presence on track. It's about time with 4.5 minutes to go. He's just going to get a lap up, hopefully retire from the session in Alpine. And we can move on to Q2. Not sure if there's load shedding anywhere else in the country after this, but we really want to get this as quickly as possible in so we can start the race so that a lot of people don't lose connection or actually lose the race 3/4 through due to load shedding. So not sure. I'm currently in stage 4 myself. Currently load shedding here in Johannesburg. So I think we'll be on a little bit later tonight, hopefully. Right, and from a standings point of view in Division 2, so a couple of races still to go. Like I said earlier, there is... So we had 9 races before the break. Round 10 was Belgium. This is round 11. Hungary, it's round 11 out of 18 races, so a shortened calendar this time round before we start with season 5. And this calendar will take us all the way through to the 15th of December. That'll be the last race for the year and for the season before we move on to January or the next year, the new year 2022, and we will start season 5 early in January. But with a couple of races to go, it is really heating up here in Division 2 in terms of standings. A lot of guys fighting in the midfield, and then obviously the more important thing really is the driver standings on top of the table currently. Red Bull leading. Arno Gous is ahead by a mere 6 points from Shakes. He's on 182, and then you've got Nick Gishen on 181. A little bit further down, you've got Salzmeister and Ron Skitter just spread by 5 points. You've got the teacher on 102. He's another 10 points adrift. You've got Stoffel. Then you've got this heap of drivers. It's really Dan, Brad, Nike, Clayton Bosso, Buerta, Carl Heltzinger, who will be not racing for the rest of the season. He has put Top Dog in his team, and Santon. So it's nicely heated up here, but definitely it looks like between Arne Shakes, Negishin, and even Salzmeister and Ronskitter, if they can have a couple of good races, you never know what a DNF can do to you. Salzmeister eventually puts a lap up at 118.3. That's good enough to take him through, so hopefully he can retire from the session so he can move to Q2. But yeah, at the moment it is between Arno on 188, Shakes on 182, Nick Gishen 181. Salzmeister 117 and Ron Skitter on 112, and the other guys in the hundreds is the teacher and Stoffel, also showing some great form at the moment. From a constructor standing, it's a combined constructors between Premier Division and Division 2. Currently, it is the Alpha Tauri who is ahead. They've pulled ahead in Belgium. Belgium, not a good track for the Red Bull team, but a very good track for the Alpha Tauri team. They're currently leading by 66 points. Then you've got the McLaren just behind the Red Bull, that's in second. You've got Ferrari in fourth, the Alpine, so it's heating up nicely between Ferrari, Alpine, McLaren, and it looks to be Williams at the moment, and some good points scored by Mercedes in the last couple of races, and hopefully Top Dog can add some value to the Aston Martin team to actually get them out of the bottom. So currently they are last in the constructors, Alfa Romeo just above them. But it would be nice if the Aston Martin can get some good points to pull them out of that bottom slot there. I know Zero to Cool is doing a fantastic job in Premier Division at the moment, so he's scoring some good points for Aston Martin. Right, and some bantering going on here on YouTube between Nick and Shakes. The guys saying they're going for each other as long as it's nice and clean. We love that as a spectator. So hopefully Salzmeister, as soon as they push his car back into the pits, he will retire, and we can move on to Q2. It's a bit of a long Q1 due to the late coming of Salz out there, but eventually we can move on to Q2. Right, and there you have it. No one gets kicked out of the session. Everyone does make it through. And early pace is shown by Top Dog with the 116.3, Stoffel and Shakes in the 117s, as well as Ron Skitter in the 117.8. So really good lap time set there by him. Right, so welcome to Q2. This is the session where whatever lap you put your fastest time on in terms of compound, that's the time that you'll start the race on. I expect a lot of people to go out on the softs. I do not think anyone wants to really start on the mediums. I'm not sure if the medium is the best qualifying time out there, depending on your setup, but I'm pretty sure we'll get a couple of brave guys doing that for us. So Shakes has got mediums on in the pits, but that might just be a little bit of mind games between the Red Bull and the Alpha Tauri team. But he does go out on the mediums. So in this session, we will lose 3 drivers. Only the top 10 will go through into Q3. And as they go all astern here, it is the Alpha Tauri with the 2 Red Bulls just behind them. Now, I'm not sure if this was planned, but a little bit of mind games going on here. Only 1 Alpha Tauri this evening, 2 Red Bulls. So, yeah. So they're definitely going to gang up on the Alpha Tauri here. It's all about finishing. It's all about scoring good points for the team. This is a difficult track. Tyre wear very aggressive here. It is easy to lose the rear here in Hungary, especially if the tyres go off very quickly. So it's definitely going to be the long game. It does look like it's not overcast or that the rain is not on the cards for Division 2. And I think they'll all be very happy with the fact that there's no rain on the way. Okay, Ruan saying us having a nice... It's nice to have you with us, Ruan. I know you're all the way from the States. Beautiful place, been there before. Love it. Yeah, and you want to join in Season 5. So yeah, our Season 5 registration will basically go up at the end of France, which is in another, I think it's 3 races from now. So after France, we will start the official registration for Season 5 for next season. And we will start then allocating drivers to tiers, get the tiers full, and get all the paperwork out of the way before we start early in January. But Season 5 promises to be epic, like it always is. Let's follow Arne Gijs around. He is currently our World Championship leader in this awesome looking Red Bull. Yeah, so Season 5, no different than any other season. It's going to be epic. A lot of new stuff coming our way from an FTR point of view. And yeah, that will take us right through to hopefully the new game in July next year, which I think we're all looking forward to. I think a lot of people wants to get off the 2021 game, this game not being found easy by some drivers just got it out of the box. But yeah, Deerwald saying go McLaren. Yeah, so McLaren at the moment, Deerwald, you've got Chaplin who's come through, he's on the softs. We've also got the teacher, he is on the medium. So a couple of guys going out to the medium. Just Shakes as Arno invalidates his lap, runs a bit wide. Then you can't afford to do that on your first run on these softs, because I'm not sure if you got enough in it to do another lap on the softs. But it does look like Shakes managed to get these mediums nice working. A 1:17.4, a very good lap there by Tunable. A 1:16.7 on the mediums. My word, that's a good lap time. 1:16 flat by Negishin. That promotes him up. Arnu has invalidated his lap. Let's see where Stoffel is. So yeah, the McLaren still need to... There we go. Chaplin, a 1:19.0. That's obviously not his cleanest lap. He'll get another lap in, I'm pretty sure of that. And then, yeah, but let's see what Stoffel is up to in the Williams. He's also showed some great form in the past couple of races. Really came to terms with the game. I know he's put in a lot of hours of practice, and it's really paying off for him. And once again, there he goes, fourth with a 1:17.2. So that looks really good. Tunable, I tell you what, that was a really good lap on the mediums, 1:16.7. That looks really good from his point of view. So Stoffel goes fourth. Let's have a look and see where Arno... Yeah, Arno's going to start another lap. Let's just see Dan... Ron has put, and I really missed Ron's lap, but he's got a 1:16.8, so that's not up into third. Dan currently out on track in the Aston Martin. His teammate for this evening is Top Dog. Top Dog is in the pits, he's still on the soft, so he's probably just going to wait a little bit. It's not the longest tracks around, so you've got some time to play with to see what the rest of the guys are doing. But Dan is on the mediums, so he wants to start in the mediums, and he's probably going to convert that. Might be into a medium hard strategy, or might even go medium soft, medium. But let's see. So pulls it nice and straight. Doesn't look like the rear's moving a lot around, but it's always difficult in Division 2 and Premier Division to know, because of traction control being adjustable. That puts him up in 10th. You tend to think that's probably not going to be good enough for him. Just want to see Solsmeister is out on track, but let's just see if Dan does another. He's definitely going to go for another lap on these tyres. There is yellows in Sector 3. It looks like a McLaren, probably just going a little bit slow. Let's see if Dan is up in Sector 1. And if he can improve on that, you really expect him to get into the 1:17s with that. Yeah, half a tenth, almost 6/10 of a second up on his time. So probably just needs a lap or two to get these mediums up to temperature, which is understandable. It's probably not the best quality tire on this track. There is a Red Bull in front of him, so I hope he doesn't get into the way. There is a bit of traffic. Yeah, Red Bull gets nicely out of the way. Very tentative through those turns. Not sure if there's lag from our side. Yeah, let's see if he's up in Sector 2. Yeah, 0.8 of a second up. So that looks good for, just don't invalidate now, Dan. There we go. Good so far. That will take him into the 1:19s, but definitely think that is just not enough to get him through with Top Dog, Solsmeister and Clayto. Still needs to set up, or give us lap times. Almost touched the concrete on the right hand side. Yeah, so he goes to 1:19.8, but that's not going to be enough. So he's probably going to have to go and switch to the softs. Top Dog coming out on the mediums. Solsmeister is on mediums, so let's see what he gets up to. He is on a fly at the moment. He's in Sector 3. So let's have a look. That's just the inside curve there, the concrete. You really want to stay away from that, but nevertheless, he takes it on, puts himself into 10th. That moves Dan out on a 1:19.3. So Dan definitely needs some time there. I expect him to come in for a brand new pair of softs. Solsmeister, I don't think that's safe. I think 1:18s is probably the safe way, but let's see what Top Dog does. He's on an outlap. Clay is in Sector 1. So let's follow Clay around. In Sector 1 in the Alfa Romeo. He's also in a set of mediums. So currently, a lot of the guys on the mediums trying to get through. But with losing 3 people, you might see people jumping back onto the softs again, or else you will not go through to Q3. Oh, and as I say that, loses the car. That's a problem with the mediums. There is just no traction on those rears. And it just got a little bit too early on the throttle. Got a snap of, it looks like oversteer in the car. Just dropped it, nose off, but luckily for him, as there's not a lot taken out of these tires, so he can definitely go into the pits, put a new nose cone on, and probably come out of the same tires. But that's probably his warning signs of stay away from the medium. So Clay is going to go back. Top Dog in Sector 1. Let's follow him around in the Aston Martin. So let's see what he can get up to. Purple sector there by Top Dog in Sector 2. So this looks good for him. And my word, if he can get into this 1:16 CO tunable, that will be really a good by Top Dog. So let's see what Marcel can do in the last turn here on his medium run. Let's see what this is definitely going to put him into the top 5. Yes, top 4 with a 1:16.7. That is immensely quick with tunable. Great lap there by Top Dog on the mediums. And that pushes out a Solsmeister on a 1:19.3. Dan on a 1:19.8. I would think that Chaplin is probably not too safe, as same as Teacher. So Deerwold, yeah, these McLaren boys need to do something. Teacher is, however, on the softs now. I expect Chaplin to go out soon as well. There's 5.5 minutes left, so there is enough time left for the guys to go out. Dan leaving the pits now. He's gone again for those mediums, so we're going to stick around with him. I did not see the lap from Nick Gishan, a 116 flat. It's a really good lap there by Nick Gishan. Definitely there is more in him. We did a bit of a practice session yesterday, myself and him, and he really had some great pace around here. So expect a bit more from the Red Bull driver. He's got it all to prove after last week's DNF in Belgium. Just looking at our comments here. Hanke saying, let's go Aston Martin. Yeah, well, at the moment, Hanke, it is Dan in 12th. And you've got Top Dog in 4th. That's definitely going to go through. So Dan on his outlap at the moment. And then Jen saying, how's it, Jen? Nice to have you with us. Hell yeah, go McLaren and go Boats. Boats is not racing tonight. Not sure where Boats is. Probably a family emergency or something. So he's not racing this evening. Josh obviously supporting his Alpha Tower team. Yeah, so only one Ferrari driver available. That's tunable. But so far, guys, in the drop zone, I think that would probably be not safe. Is Chaplin is not safe, Soulsmaster is not safe, Dan, and obviously Clay. So Clay's gone out on softs, but he's invalidated his lap. Dan just starting his lap, so let's follow him around. Last time around, he did a 119.8, so he's going to need a full second probably to get him sort of like out of that trouble there in terms of the knockout zone. So let's see if he can make a second up somewhere. It's one of those tracks to easily get a second, but in hindsight also the same in losing a second. So he's 5 tenths, almost 4.5, yeah, almost 5 tenths up, half a second up in sector 1 alone. So let's see how sector 2 will go. Nicely balanced, didn't miss the apex there. Let's get on board with him. This looks good. Just hang the car out in 4th gear on the throttle when you feel comfortable. Does look like he's not too comfortable getting on the throttle, but you do not want to invalidate these laps or lose the rear, because that with 3 minutes left, it's going to be a struggle to get back to the pits again. Right, I just want to get some invites out here quickly to everyone while we do this. Right, apologies for that. A couple of guys got kicked from the sessions. We're just trying to get them in. Alright, so at the moment in the drop zone is Dan. There's 55 seconds left. Dan's not going to make it through, unfortunately. So is Chaplin. He's not going to make it through. Salzmeister's not going to make it through. And it does look like at least one of the McLarens go through. That will be Teacher. He's currently in 10th. Alright, so yeah, Stoffel saying his lap got deleted, but he is still through on our screens into Q3. He's currently 6th on a 1:17.2. But early pace, now pace has shifted, so it is Nigishin and Arne Gous that's leading the pack. Obviously load shedding around South Africa, so internet also a bit wobbly at the moment. Hopefully we can get this race done and dusted without any more further issues. Alright, and there is 3 minutes remaining. We're just going to spend some time in trying to get everyone back. Okay, so another load of invites has gone out. So it just looks like there's 2 guys battling a bit with internet, which looks like Shakes and Ron. But there we go. A bit of a wobbly Q2 due to internet issues, but we're all through. Nigishin going through with Arne Gous, Tunable, Top Dog, Ron, Stoffel, Shakes, Jacques Slater, Clay, and the Teachers going through. Interestingly enough, Tunable, Top Dog, and Tunable, Top Dog, and Shakes will start on the mediums, and the rest all on the softs with Dan, Chaplin, Salzmeister, and they will start on a fresh set of tires, whatever they choose to start on. So that's going to be interesting to see. But there is a bit of a gap between Nick and Arno, more than half a tenth of a second, but I'm pretty sure that will come down in Q3. The guys have not showed their hand yet. Expect the first lap in Q3 to be basically a bunker, and then expect the guys to really go out and fetch the lap times. Alright, so welcome to Q3. It is a big battle here. Shakes in the Alpha Tauri Arne Gous. We're just going to leave the screen quickly and just get drivers back in and see if they can join the session. Let's just get invites out. Right, so 2 drivers short at the moment. It looks like Dan is having some issues. The same as Ron and Stoffel. So let's try to get them back in. Alright, so currently it looks like everyone is on track. Dan has joined back in. And let's see. So we'll keep on monitoring the lobby. If there is major issues in terms of the race, we will just unfortunately cancel this race, scrap it. I know some other leagues has had some issues with their lobbies as well. With load shedding all around South Africa, it does tend to mess with the internet providers and their backups. So there might be issues for some drivers and for not. But at the moment, it seems like everyone in this session is in the game. So except for Ron, Ron and Stoffel will hopefully get them back. I see Shakes is out on track, so he's rejoined. So he's currently on an out lap. And expect everyone to be on the softs. There we go. So everyone on the softs. So let's follow Shakes around in AlphaTauri around Alapia in Hungary. Turn 1, heartbreaking. Ooh, misses the apex completely. So he's going to have to restart all over again on this lap. That's not going to work for him. He's got a McLaren behind him. So hopefully that doesn't interfere. Right, so let's follow Nick Gishin around. He is in the Red Bull. Some traffic ahead of him. Hopefully that doesn't get in his way. It does look like an AlphaTauri or it's the other Red Bull driver. It is Arne Goos getting nice out of the way. 1:15.4 by Tunable. Wow, that is a good lap by him. Starting to find some great pace in Division 2. What's Nick going to get up to? Oh, back end steps out. What is this going to be? A 1:15.9 for Nick. Getting a bit of a toe, giving a bit of a toe there for Arne, but probably not as much as Arne would have wanted. But let's see what Arne can do. Gets DRS. And but at the moment it is tunable with a 1:15.4, Nigishin 1:15.9, Jacques Slater 1:17.2, Clay with a bit of, you expect that to probably be to a wobbly lap. He's going to go again with a 1:37. But Arne is currently, he's invalidated his lap, so he's going to have to start all over again. Top Dog's on a lap, he's in sector 2. So let's see what he can do with the Aston Martin. Right, so a couple of drivers still battling to get in. But early shots fired is tunable on a 1:15.4, Nick Gishin 1:15.9, Jacques Slater on a 1:17, Stoffel Teacher Clay. Let's see who else is on track. Arno is back on track after, excuse me, he invalidated his first lap. Top Dog is in the session. Shakes is I think he's in the session as well. Ron is still trying to get into the session. So, so let's have a look here. Right, so Arno is on an out lap. Top Dog is on a lap at the moment. He's in sector 2, so let's follow him around in the Aston Martin. He showed some really good pace in the earlier qualifying session, so let's see what he can get up to. If he can, I definitely expect him to get into the 116s at least. Getting some good pace in that Aston Martin. So he's coming to the final part of his lap. Kept it nice and clean, no invalidation so far. Nice picture of the rear end. And that's good enough for a 1:15.5. So that's good enough for second. So a good lap there by Top Dog. It looks like Nick is also on sector 3 at the moment, but he's invalidated. It looks to be. I want to see where Arno is on track. Arno, yeah, he's going to start another lap, I think. Shakes is in the session. We're just waiting on Ron, so I just want to get some more invites out to the guys to make sure that there's a couple of minutes left, so hopefully they can take part in Q3. Right, it looks like everyone is in the session now. Ron is back, so expect him to get out of the pits very quickly in the Mercedes. So expect him to come out. I think that is Arno coming back into the pit. So he hasn't set a lap up yet, so he's really batting to find track limits here at the moment. Nick has gone out again. He's currently in third. And it looks like Stoffel, yeah, teacher. Clay's put a lap up. Arno still needs to put a lap up. Shakes is on a lap, so he's starting his flyer now. So yeah, so let's have a look at Shakes if he can get into the 115s. The same as Chinnable, Top Dog, and Nick. Right, Shakes puts him up himself there on the second row of the grid with 1:15.9. A very good lap there by Shakes. There is 24 seconds left, so he's probably going to have another go. Arno, in the meantime, did get up into fifth on a 1:16.5. So his session, I don't think he'll make it through. 12 seconds left. He's not going to have to be able to start another lap. Clay is in sector 2. Let's see if he's improving. No, he's done for the session. Jock is out as well in the Mercedes. Let's see where this gets Jock. Yeah, it stays in 8th with a 117.1. And after this session, we will just get everyone back in again. Try to see if we can get everyone back into the lobby.